everybody, it's Traci from Downward Dog Rising. Sorry I haven't been here in a while. My schedule has just been really full jammed, so I haven't had a lot of time. So tonight's focus is going to be on grounding, centering, unrooting into Muladhara chakra, our center, our connection to stability, security to the earth. So let's start with that, and then let's do a yin workout just to slow down. And everything is so fast-paced and fast in today's world. It's best to just sometimes take a moment, recalibrate, recenter, focus, redirect your energy, and just slow down and benefit from what yin can give to you. So let's do that tonight. All right, so join me if that sounds good to you. So let's begin. I want you to start on all fours, and we're just going to start with a little cat-cow to warm up our spine. So coming on to all fours, quadruped position. I want you to take a deep inhale. Stretch head away from tailbone, and then on your exhale, I want you to round your low back, spread your shoulder blades far and wide. Inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, shoulder blades far and wide. 3 more. Exhale, 2 more. And last one. All right. Square your 2 hip bones straight down to the mat. So your pelvis is squared straight down. Now just take a deep inhale and keep your hips facing down. Breathe in, open up chest, shoulders. Exhale, release. And inhale, collarbones wide. Exhale, release. 3 more. 2. Last one. Thread the needle. Open up your arm. Collarbones far and wide. Neck is long. Sides of neck stretch. Now reach under your arm. Relax your shoulder out of your ear. If it's possible without lifting the shoulder, stretch arm long. And stay here, thread the needle. Open up mid-back. Breathing in. And release any tension with your exhale. Breathing in. Soften. Two more deep inhales. Slowly slide, top arm in, press into the palm, upright, quadruped, all 4 position. Now we're going to do 5 reaches from your mid-back between your blades. Collarbone wide, and then come back in. You can even have hand behind head like we did on the other side. Inhale, chest opens. Exhale, good. Rotation through mid-back, thoracic spine. 3 more, breathing in. Exhale, 2 more times, breathing in. Exhale. And 1 more time, breathing in. I think I have to sneeze. Uh-oh. Okay, it went away. Now we're going to do thread. Sorry about that. Excuse me. Okay, we're going to thread the needle. Inhale, open chest wide. Collarbone wide. Now reach under. Relax your shoulders out of your ears. Reach this arm under. We want this shoulder to drop. We want this whole side to open, our ribs expand, and then we take this arm over our head as long as it's okay. There, see the gaps, there's space. Shoulders away from ears, there's space. We're not compressing anything together. The sits bones pull backwards. Lengthen your spine. Stay here and breathe. Take one more deep inhale here. Softly release. Slowly slide palm under shoulder. Press up to hands and knees. Okay, next what I want you to do for Yin Yoga, I'm going to ask you, we're going to slowly just lift our knees up. And I want you to feel how the two hip bones pull together in front. And I just want you to hold here for a moment. 10. I want you to strengthen your core. 9, 8, shoulders away from ears. 7, scoop your core tight. 6, 5, you're like a table. 4, and 3, and 2. Now slowly go into a little downward dog. Don't worry if the heels don't touch. Just kind of lift the heels, drop those blades down your back, shoulders out of ears. Inhale, exhale. Stretch apart. 4, 3, and 2. On the next one, slowly drop your heels down. Keep your hip bones squared straight in front of you. Press into your right palm. Take the left hand to your hip, your knee, or your ankle, and do a little twist looking under the armpit. And breathe 3 times into sides of waist. Breathing in. Exhale. Breathing in, a slight little twist. Hip bones squared, straight ahead. One more time, inhale, exhale. Gently take left palm under left shoulder. Now we're gonna, right between our shoulder blades, take the right palm to the hip, to the knee or the ankle. Slight little twist, look under the left armpit. Breathing in, expand ribs, exhale. Breathing in. Exhale, one more time, breathing in. Exhale. Slowly come back into your downward dog. Pull your breastbone through the 2 arms. Stretch your sits bones behind you. Really feel your spine lengthen apart. Oppositional energy. Ida and Pingala. Inhale. Exhale. One more time, inhale. Exhale. You're going to take the right knee. You're going to extend the right leg straight up into a 3-legged dog. Really pull apart. Feel rib and hip lengthen apart. Inhale, stretch apart. Exhale. Palms away. Stretch apart. One more deep inhale. Exhale. Fold the right knee in. Walk it to your right thumb. Gently place the right knee by the right thumb. Take the left leg. The left knee is straight down on mat. Top of foot just stretches out. We're going to take our, if your left leg is straight, gently pull the left hip forward and gently slide the right hip back just to straighten out your pelvis. And then you're just going to stay here for a second. Lengthen up. Feel your spine elongate. So we're just going to go into a little swan stretch. Just stretch out our hip, our glute, lateral glute piriformis, hip flexor, psoas. Feel your energy sink down into the earth under your pelvis, sits bones sink down, rooting into the earth, Muladhara chakra, grounding and centering. You want to have a firm foundation. And feel supported. Head away from tailbone, keep lengthening up. Flex your front foot, your ankle, your foot, so you get that front hip to stretch a little more. And let's go a little deeper into our stretch. Gently hip hinge forward, stretch head away from tailbone. And maybe you're going to rest onto your forearms. I highly recommend resting on your forearms if your hips are really tight, like mine are from running. If you can go deeper, please do so. And then maybe you would stretch head away from tailbone, and then you would just relax your forehead on your hands. You could even make your fists come up a little higher so you have a support system. It's up to you. And let's just stay here and breathe. We're slowing down, giving to ourselves right now. Replenishing your source of vital energy. Breathe deeply into the lower lobes of your lungs. Just think of three-dimensional breathing. Let your ribs expand in all directions. Let's take one more deep inhale here. Gently, softly release. Slowly, if you're all the way down, gently come up to your forearms. If you're on your forearms, you're going to gently press up all the way to lengthening, sitting. Take your time. Slowly lengthen head away from tailbone. Come upright. Relax shoulders away from ears. Feel your spine stretch long. We're going to stretch our IT band, our iliotibial tract. We have different muscles connecting. So we have our iliacus and our ilium. We have our pelvis, anterior superior iliac spines on the front, and then we have the posterior iliac spines on the back. So we always want to maintain a neutral pelvis so the front hip bones and the back of the pelvis are level. We don't want to tip up and we don't want to tip down. It can create issues for our spine if we do so. You're going to curl your back toes under. You're going to lift up the back knee. Now 3 times, I want you to just gently extend both legs long. You can walk your hands more narrow, and you're going to slowly extend the legs. Get a nice stretch through the side of your hip and thigh. Lengthen your breastbone so you don't round your thoracic spine. Come back in for a little stretch. Get those hips to release. Press out. Ribs expand. Stretch that iliotibial band and come back in. If you have tight hips, this is excellent. Pressing up. Breathing in, lengthen your spine and gently come back in. Let's do that one more time here. Pressing up. Gently come in. Curl that back foot under. Lift up the back knee. Now from here, go into your 3-legged dog with that right leg and just square out your pelvis. Inhale, exhale, stretch apart. Lengthen your neck. Look at your knee. Maybe you'll lower the leg, stretch back the thigh long, lift the leg, really stretch out of your center, lower the leg, lift the leg, point your toes, one last time, lower the leg, lift the leg, point your toes. Now switch your legs, take that other leg, left leg, stretch out of your center, hold it here, 3-legged dog, square out your pelvis, inhale, exhale. Breathing in, exhale. One more time, breathing in, exhale. Okay, next, take your left knee and you're going to walk it into you pull the left leg in, square your 2 hip bones to the front. This is my front, my tighter side, so my hips are already wiggling, trying to get out of the stretch. Hips are squared straight ahead, left knee by left thumb. Square your pelvis out. This back knee points straight down, top of foot onto mat. You may have to, if you're like me, you have a tighter side, you might have to pull the bent knee side back a little bit as you rotate the straight leg side forward. We're just trying to square out your pelvis. Woo-wee! I can feel the difference. So you're just trying to square those hips out. The body is something else. It'll try to wiggle, twist, get out of that deep, tense stretch. Stretch through top of the head, lift and lengthen. Head away from tailbone. If you have intense burning, I have intense burning right now, so I'm going to breathe into it and try to release it. Remember, Muladhara is our root chakra, grounding us to the earth. Really feel focused, grounded, centered. Maybe this is enough for you. You have an intense stretch, stay here, work with it. Keep your hips squared. If you want to do a little hip hinge forward, lengthen spine. You want the psoas here to release. Psoas is a very deep muscle. Probably it is the deepest muscle. Goes through the pelvic floor. When your psoas is tight, it can cause problems for your spine. Can even press on the piriformis muscle. Can even make your sciatic nerve trick and fire. So definitely want to have a lengthened psoas. Emotions, energy get trapped in our hips, so we want to work on getting them to releasing any pent up energy from our hips. If it's within your practice and you want to go a little deeper, it's going to totally go into your hips. Make sure you're ready for it. Come all the way down. And then this side's too intense. I'm coming back up. So do what's right for your body. Just listen to your body. It tells you what to do. Deep inhales, let those lateral ribs expand. Soften through your sternum, your breastbone, so that expiration, the air can come back out of the body, the waste product. Soften, release. Just let the tension melt out of your glute and your hip. Let's take another deep inhale into our spine. And maybe if you're all the way down, forward, forehead on mat, maybe you'll extend your arms to elbow position. Take your time. Yeah, maybe if you're in elbow position forearms, maybe you'll come all the way up now. Still take your time, try to stretch this apart. And we're going to get a little deeper into this left IT band and the muscles on our lateral hip and glute running down to the side of the thigh all the way down into our tibia. Fibula, tibia area can go all the way to the side of the ankle. Take your back foot, curl the toes under. You're going to prop up, lift up the knee, and now take your arms like right under the shoulders. Scoop core in, and now slowly see if you could just extend both legs straight while squaring out your pelvis. Get a nice deep stretch through the side of that hip and thigh in front. And then you're going to just gently come back in. Keep rotating your hips forward. And now you're going to stretch up. Extend that front leg. Padangusthasana C would be lying supine flat on your back to get the same effect of the stretch. Head away from tailbone. Stretch your spine long. Ida Pingala energy, subtle energy forces running through the spine. We want those to balance out. Lengthen. Shushuma, I think, is when they balance. I have to look that up because I can't always remember Sanskrit. I apologize. Now stretch one more time. Breathing in, exhale. Hips are squared. Slowly come back in. Feel that elongation. Your hands are under the shoulders. Curl the back toes under. Lift up the knee. Now go up into your three-legged dog. Stretch that leg long. Maybe your heel comes down. Maybe it doesn't. Mine's a little tight right now. Scoop your core tight. Breastbone through the two arms. Sits bones reach back. You're going to kick the leg straight down. And then really lengthen that hamstring, back of thigh. Kick the leg straight down, stretch, point your toes, one last time. The leg lowers and the leg lifts. Stretch away from your center. And gently come back in. We're going to come down to our hands and our knees. Next, I'm going to have you go into melting heart, Yin Yoga. So I want you to feel, okay, your hips and your knees are straight in alignment, and then you're gonna like a melting heart. You're gonna pull your heart, Pull your breastbone away from your navel. Melt to your mat. Keep the hips above the kneecaps, and you're going to melt your breastbone, melt your heart, and gently come down into the mat. And then you're just keeping those knees right below the hips and stretch apart. Feel that stretch through the armpits, your upper mid-back. Stay here and breathe. You want to stretch across the back of those shoulder blades. Pull your sternum, your breastbone through the arms. Stay here and breathe. Head away from tailbone. Lengthen apart. We want space in our thoracic spine, middle back. Pull those sits bones, reach away from your mid area. Elongate spine. Pull apart. Let's take one more deep inhale here. Slowly walk your hands in under your shoulders. And then from here, what I want you to do, I'm going to actually have you come down into your next Yin Yoga pose, Sphinx. Sphinx. Think of the pyramids of Egypt. Sphinx. 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 Always try to say that correctly. Slide your elbows under the shoulders. Slide your legs out and drop your pelvis to the mat. Avoid shrugging, avoid hiking, soften. Your legs are side by side, your hip bones drop into the mat, legs reach long. Now, you're going to pull your sternum, your breastbone forward through the two arms as you drop your shoulders down, back, away from the ears. And I want you to feel a lengthening through the sides of the neck. So your neck is long. We don't want to hyperextend the neck by lifting our head up. Find the point where you nod your chin a little bit. And then the sides of your neck stretch long. Stay here and breathe. Feel a stretch through your abdominal wall. There's like a tone of your abdominals working too to keep you in this position. Feel like a dome lifting to the back of the pelvis. Let's strengthen our spine. Everyday life is forward flexion, sitting, rounding, forward. So this is going extension, the opposite. Let's just open up our heart, shoulders open, relax. Shoulders out of ears, sides of neck lengthen. Press into your forearms, relax, shoulders out of ears. Pull your breastbone forward, elongate your spine. If you have cervical spine, neck issues, avoid this one here. If not, tilt left ear towards left shoulder, stretch right side of neck, and maybe you'll take your foot, right toe, stretch back a little, just to create a little length along that whole side of your body. And breathing in, little variation, breathing out. If your neck or shoulders tense, come back to your original position. One more deep inhale. Slowly return center. Shoulders out of ears, breastbone through the arms. Now, slowly you're going to allow that right shoulder to tilt towards right. I said opposite. I meant right ear drops towards right shoulder. See if that's okay. Left side of neck stretches. Now you're going to slowly extend this left leg. Keep shoulder out of ear, tighten the core. You're going to slowly, this side's tight, oh boy. Right shoulder out of ear, stretch that left side apart. Breathing in, shoulder out of ear, neck elongates, right side of neck. I'm losing my voice, so I sound weird, I apologize. I don't mean to sound weird, it just, my voice is going. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, feel ribs expand, breathing out. One more time here. Slowly return center. Now, we're going to extend. If you need to come out of it, if you need a break, bring your forehead to the back of your hands. And nod head no, release your neck. Stay here and just chill for a moment. And if you want to go a little deeper from your Sphinx, you're going to extend the arms straight out. Core draws in and up, shoulders out of ear, stretch the neck long, come into your seal in Yin Yoga. Neck is long, hold your seal. Create some space for your spine. Hold here and breathe. Neck is long, relax shoulders out of ears, ribs apart in front, hips secure on mat, protect lumbar, low back. If you feel any compression anywhere, that means you need to come down a little lower. Take a couple more deep inhales here. And gently come back in. Slowly, we'll join anyone who ended earlier. Bring your forehead to the back of your hands. Nod no over Ajna, wisdom center. Gently apply a little pressure across center of forehead, third eye. Release sides of neck. Return to center. Let's counter pose right now. Draw your palms under your shoulders. Drop your shoulders out of your ears. Inhale. Exhale. Press up to hands and knees. After you press up, slowly we're going to go back into our Balasana, our rest pose. If you have knee issues, maybe just curl toes under so you distribute the weight across the feet a little bit so it's not just in the knees, otherwise flat on tops of feet. Drop your sits bones back behind you. Pull your sternum, your breastbone forward and through, and gently relax your forehead against the mat. Variation, experiment with your body. Maybe palms reach the sky, shoulders drop out of ears, and your arms rest by the sides of your body. Maybe you prefer this. Feel a stretch across upper mid-back. Maybe you like the feeling, armpits to palms, breastbone through, sits bones reach behind you, or here. Stay here and breathe. Elongate your spine. Stretch apart. Pull that lumbar spine, those ribs lengthen away from the back of your pelvis. Breastbone stretches forward through the arms. Get that elongation, oppositional energy. Two more deep inhales. And one more deep inhale here. Pull that sacrum tailbone away from you, lengthen apart. Slowly you're going to come back up to your hands and your knees. And I want to do a little strengthening segment. We're going to go from downward facing dog into our up dog. I'm going to have you push into your palms, elevate, stretch your heels back, press your sits bones away, feel those hamstrings lengthen. Elevate, roll through the spine, come all the way into your plank. Now come into your up dog. Chest is open, heart to sky, thighs engaged. Now elevate up. Peel through the spine, go back into that downward dog. We do this on a Pilates reformer machine, and the exercise is called up stretch. Up stretch comes from this. You peel through, you scoop in, roll through your spine, abdominal wall in, and then you elevate into your upward dog. And then you flow through the spine. And then you stretch those heels away. Feel the length through the backs of those thighs. And then you just roll through the spine again. Trying to just keep my shirt from flying. We're going to peel through the spine. Scoop your core in tight. Roll through your spinal segments. Elevate up, heart center. So you're in your upward dog, those thighs are active. Soften your breastbone, stretch your low back apart so you don't scrunch that spine together, low lumbar. Peel through vertebra by vertebra. Flow. Upward dog. Inhale, chest open to sky. Downward dog, flow. So here, elevate, elevate, elevate the tailbone. Go into the low back, go to the mid back, go to the upper spine, sink back. Flow with your breastbone from the low spine all the way up through the mid to the top spine. Two more. Chest is open now. Flow chin to chest. Now roll backwards, flow. And inhale, exhale, coming forward. Scoop your core tight. And one more time, chest is open, collarbones wide, chin to chest, flow. Stretching back. All right. Soften your knees and come all the way down. Next, what I want you to do, just do one more balasana, stretch back. Inhale, exhale, reach. All right. Come up. Now, you're going to lift, hop your feet or walk. Take your feet through, come on back. Now from here, what I want you to do, I'm actually going to have you take the bottoms, the soles of your feet together. And then I'm going to have you do a diamond roll back. Curl into the back of your sits bones, go behind them. Go into the back of your pelvis. Stretch, stretch. Okay, now you have to pull the abdominal wall into the back of the pelvis. Notice if you're equal. Whoa, right there. That's my weak point. You roll through the back of the pelvis, come down to the mat for your Supta Baddha Konasana, your butterfly pose, lying on your back. Relax, collarbones wide open, chest is open, soles of feet together. Stay here and breathe. We want to get this crease right there in the hip. We want to feel our thigh femur bones rotate outward, giving us some open support right here. We get really tight in those hips. And you just want to feel like the back of the shoulders fall down into the mat, chest open, and breathe. Butterfly, recline. Three-dimensional breathing, spine is long. Feel your breastbone, heart center melt down. This part, soften. Ribs pull and float down in front so we don't flare the ribs up. Soften. Two more deep inhales here. One more deep inhale. Gently, you're going to draw your knees together. Slowly take knees towards you and then gently peel up from mid-back, thoracic spine. Inhale to mid-back. Exhale, release. Two more times. Inhale to mid-back, get the middle spine to release. And let that low back sink into your mat. One more time, breathing in. And exhale, release. Awesome. Next, what I want you to do is place your feet hip width apart. Avoid this. Avoid when your heels touch your glutes all the way in. We don't want that. We don't want you way out there either. Have a nice angle, hip, knee, ankle, hip distance apart, shoulders, hips, knees, ankles. Stretch the arms long, stretch tailbone long, bridge your pelvis straight up into the air. Your collarbones open wide, you're not in the neck, you're on the back of the shoulders. You're going to clasp your hands together behind your back, underneath you. Your knees are in the line of your hip sockets. Avoid swaying your knees out. Now really stretch. Hip bones to sky. Your gluteals are engaged. They propel you upwards. Stretch the front of those hips out. Now open your chest. And just stay here and breathe. Open your chest. Press all four corners of your feet against your mat. You're aligned, knees over second toes, mid-knee line, chest is open. Stay here and breathe. No weight in neck. Soften that breastbone. Glutes are working. Strengthen your spine. Hips to sky. Bridge. Strengthen your glutes. Press upwards. Stretch your spine long. No arch. One more deep inhale. Softly, you're going to take your hands out, float your arms up, inhale. Now stretch your arms out, pull and integrate the rib cage together in front so no ribs are flaring. Inhale. Set one vertebra down. Exhale, inhale. Set the next vertebra down. Exhale. Inhale, set the next vertebra down. Slow, controlled, down each section. Tailbone down. All right. Hug knees in. Breathing, breathing out. Soften the neck. Draw your chin in. Inhale. Exhale. Roll up. All right. Slide your pelvis straight back. Caterpillar. So what I want you to do for caterpillar, maybe shake out your legs for a second. Shake out those knees. Caterpillar, you're going to stretch your arms to the sky. Breathing in. Hip hinge. We want our spine long. Maybe you'll flex your feet. If your hips are tight, put a yoga blanket under you or sit on a yoga block. Elevate up. Hip hinge. Stretch over the thighs, and I want you to feel like the inner thigh lines are active. Pull your sternum through so you don't round your back. Grab your pinky toes. Lateral edges of feet. Pull them out as those inner thighs draw together. Lift up your sternum, your breastbone. And continuously lengthen your spine as you hinge over the legs. Stay here and breathe. Soften, stretch, connect into the earth. Sits bones firm underneath you. Solid foundation, support. Soften into your stretch. Meet your edge. Acknowledge it. Go deeper into it and hold there. Let all the tension go. Soften, go a little deeper. Pull your sternum through. Feel those hamstrings, back of thighs lengthen, low back release, those lower ribs across the back, stretch apart from the back of the pelvis. Stay here and breathe. Soften, give, release. Soften, give, release. Stretch that spine long. One more deep inhale. Slowly lift breastbone. Lengthen head away from tailbone. Come on up. Arms reach down by side. Slowly do a reverse plank. Press into your heels. Engage your glutes. Scoop in. Chest to sky. Elevate up. Breathe in. Breathe out. Press hips to sky. Engage glutes. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more time. Little counter pose. Breathe in. Breathe out and gently come into your mat. All right, we're going to turn. We're going to face forward in our little Sukhasana. Cross your ankles one over the other. Sink into the earth. Sits bones drop. Just take a moment. Focus and center your energy. Maybe have one hand by your side. We're going to take the other arm up. Root down into each sits bone. Make sure that this sits bone doesn't come with you. Keep it down. And reach through this whole side of your body. Stay here. Elongate. Really stretch apart. Get the whole side to lengthen. Breathing in. And breathing out. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Really get this whole side to open apart. Breathing in, little lateral flexion. Stretch apart. Slowly you're going to come up And we're going to take this hand down. Now, once again, we want our sides to open up, sink into your sits bones. Now you're going to stretch this side up, making sure this hip doesn't come with you. Root down, Mudra Lahara, root into that earth energy, color red. Stretch, stretch, stretch. If you're on a tighter side, whoa, just work with it. Breathe into it. Keep the hip down. Stretch your ribs out of your hip. Breathing in. Stretch apart. We want this whole side to feel like it's lengthening, it's pulling apart. My eyes are actually blurry at the end of the day. I can't even see the screen on my phone right now. Everything's blurry, so I can't see. Hopefully, I'm in view. Breathing in, breathing out. Pull that sits bone down, rib out of hip. Stretch apart. Really keep that sits bone down. And gently you're going to come up. All right. We're going to close out this practice tonight. I appreciate you so much. I hope you enjoyed this unwinding, this relaxing, rerouting into the earth energy, Mudra Lahara, just grounding, centering. And yin is really beneficial to replenish your energy stores. If you've been going, running, never stopping, this is the perfect supplement to your routine to help rebalance you. Hands to heart. Good. Breathing in, think green. Healing that heart energy, green, radiating all around you, radiating love. Hands to heart. And I thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining me. If you like my content, please share, like, or subscribe. I appreciate it so much. Peace, everyone. I'll try to get back soon. As you could tell, I'm losing my voice. I'll try to get back a little sooner. So, thank you. Take care. Bye. Keep working out. Work out. Chill out. It's all good. Bye.